And hello everyone, welcome to this week's very short CCbridge tutorial. In this video tutorial I will share with you two very neat tricks. The first one will be to combine several CBR files into one big CBR files, so that all the variations can be seen in only one file without the need to go through many files just to study a particular opening. So the other trick will be to reverse engineer the big file into all the variations that are available in the file. So these two ways are very useful for study of a particular opening variation. So without further ado, I've already uploaded the first 11 files of The Secret in the Tangerine, which can be found on many websites over the internet, in particular the Dongping, the DPXQ website that I have introduced in my past videos. So in the first 11 bots, they are all concerned with the same direction canons. So to combine them into one big file, all I have to do would be to press to select any one of the bots, and I press Ctrl A so that all the bots are selected. Then I right click on the mouse, and you see this variation of it. The button that you are looking for will be this one, with the bracket B for those who do not understand Chinese. So once you press on the file and press on it, it will ask you how many steps, or are there any limitations that you want. Usually I just use the default settings, and this box would also be very important, because sometimes if the comments are from, you do not know where the comments are from. So by clicking this box, it will show you the comments that are found in the original bots. So let us try and see what would happen. So just press enter, and all the 11 files would now be joined into one. So you can see, and all the variations will be available. Etc. So this is a very neat trick, and you can always do your own study of a particular variation in this manner, which will be more efficient and more productive. Now the next thing after combining all the files into one big file is to save it. You must save it correctly. So this is usually done by pushing the document button on the top left in the ribbon, and you go to this button over here, and I've chosen to save it for the demonstration purposes that I use for today's video. So after clicking on that, we go back to it, and you see that the file is now saved. Of course, you can always change the name. You can always change the name of the file. For example, and remember to save it. So after saving it, the file will now be named here. So you will now have a file of all the variations that were given in these 11 files. So this is a very neat trick. And the second thing that I want to show you would be how to reverse engineer this one file with all the variations into many bots with only one single variation. So to do this, we click on the bot again. Unfortunately, the button cannot be found by right clicking. You have to go to the edit button on the ribbon on the top. So after clicking this, you go to the edit button on the top, and the button that you're looking for will be this one. This button will be to converge all the files into one big file, which was shown just now, and this will be the button used to separate the files into their respective variations. So for example, in this file I have so many variations, so I just click on it, and again it will ask me where I want to save it, so I'll be using the same file, and it just takes less than a second. And now what would you see after clicking back? You have to click outside of the file and go back again for it to refresh, and you see that there were originally 12 files, but now there are 189. So 189 minus 12 will be the number of variations that were discussed over here. So let's say let's click on one single file. So as mentioned just now, because we clicked on the box to converge all the files, the commentaries would show these forwards, which would mean that the comments would now be converged into one big file. So you can see that this would be the variation of only one of the files. Checkmate. Another thing that you might want to learn, which is very useful, and I think I've shown again in the previous video, would be to search for a similar position. For example, by random I choose this position, and let's say I want to search for this position in my library. So there are many ways to do this. The first one would be to use the search function that is already available. You click on it and you click on F12, sorry, and this will be the position. Now you have to it only took 5.297 seconds to find all the variations that contain this position. So there are 62 variations in my file over here. And for anyone that you're interested in, all you have to do is go to the right and see where it was saved from. So this is a very useful way to learn or to see how other players or how other people would play the same position. So I hope you have enjoyed today's video, and in summary, let us go back again. In this short video, I've chosen to combine all 11 files. This is done by pressing the Control and clicking on the relevant files, and if you right click, you press this, and all these files will be combined into one file. Another way of doing so would be to press the button over here, whereby you can combine all the files into one file. The second one would be to split the files into the various variations that were shown, and this is done by going to the file and pressing here. So I hope you have enjoyed today's very short video, and if you like my channel, please subscribe. I hope you have a good weekend ahead, and thank you for your viewership. Thank you.